Guys, me and my friend yesterday got in a giant nest of Japanese hornets. I can't believe it. I didn't get stung one time, but I feel so bad because he got stung 3 times. But that is what that is. That thing is humongous. It's like, I'm not kidding, it's like an inch long. Probably more than that. It's humongous. He got stung 3 times. We got into one and we ran like 1,000,000 miles an hour. Look at this guy. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do because the whole time I was cutting that on the bandsaw, he was like running all around. He was flying by my head. I mean, he's humongous. He's like over an inch long, and I mean, I ain't getting stung by that thing. But I feel like I need to go get the salt gun. But I feel like that'd just make him mad because he's so big. I don't think that'll kill him. But anyway, I chose walnut on this because if we're making something that's gonna sink already, it's gonna be a good idea to already have something. He just went by me. Something that's already like a hard, dense wood, and it's also really pretty. So we're probably gonna leave some of the grain showing. But yeah, so that's it so far. And we're probably gonna put something like a spinner blade on it, like this little serrated thing. But next step is cutting in half. It's nighttime out here, and that big bee is in here, and see, it's nighttime outside, and there's all kinds of little bugs that are coming into the light too, and that they keep like landing on the back of my head and stuff, and it's scaring me to death because I think it's that big bee. And I'm like, after the incident we had down there in our field with them things, I have been paranoid about that, like big time. Because that was crazy. But So the work I've got done on this thing is I just sanded it down, and it looks pretty good. Just coming along. So here's your very rough carved spinnerbait. I just carved it just then, and I'm gonna quit for the night, and we'll come back and finish it tomorrow, I guess. Alright, I'm back. It's the next day. It's bright outside. We have our lure right here. And we're gonna, I think the next step is just start sanding on it. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's get to it. Alright, I super glued this thing all up without no camera, I'm sorry. But it got really dark and it looks really good, so we're now on to painting. My friend Steven's here.
Hi.
Yeah, no, okay, not video. Alright, I am going to drill the hole for the wire in this thing. And if you want to come around here and put it in front right here. There we go. Just like that. It's done.
That's cool.
Alright, so I cut us a little tiny piece of wire, and we are going to be making the wire for the front of this thing, which holds on the spinner and the line tie. So let's twist that up. Here we go. Done. Just like that. Alright, so now I'm bending the wire. I'm going to bend it probably like that. And so the line tie will be right there. And then we're going to bend it one more time, just like that, so it'll stick up. If the bait's coming out of the... It'll be like this right here, and the spinner will be up there on top. Alright, I put the wire in for the spinner blade and the line tie. The line tie will go right there in that little corner, and then the spinner will be attached to that little ring on the top with a swivel. And the next step is we have to put tons of weight in the belly. Alright, so now we are drilling the weight, the holes for the weight in the belly. And I should probably get a drill bit that is not broken.
Here we go.
So I just made a horrible mistake, and I'm really regretting doing that because I just drilled a hole all the way through it. It was supposed to have like a bunch of lead holes on this side, but now it's got one on this side. I can fix it, don't worry. We will. I put all the weights in there except the one, and that's what it looks like. I'm going to go UV resin those in there, and then we'll work on that mess up. Alright, so that's set for a little while, good and hard. Now we're gonna fix that stupid hole in the top. So I put the weight in there, and I am going to super glue it where I want it. Just like that. Make sure it stays right there. Then flip it over, super glue the other side. Let that completely harden, and then we're gonna put UV resin on the bottom and the top, and hopefully that works. We're definitely gonna have a lot of sanding to do to make that look the same on the top. I can't believe I did that. Now that explains why the drill bit was going through there so easy. A little too much. Can be fixed. I'm gonna go set this out in the sun. The next little bit, y'all are just gonna have to watch because my dad's mowing right here. He just randomly started mowing, and y'all probably can't hear nothing. So just watch what I do. Alright, so that I put the weight in there, and so you can see the weight from that side and this side. And so I need to do some shaping up on the top and on all of these bottom ones. So the next little bit, y'all are just gonna have to watch me do this. I ain't gonna be talking or nothing. It'll take a little while. Enjoy. Alright, well, I spent forever working on that. I took the little razor knife, box cutter, whatever you want to call it, and I shaved off the extra, and then I went back and sanded it real smooth, and I fixed up the top so it looks just like, you can tell it's there now, but you probably won't be able to whenever it's painted and clear coated. But and these are nice and smooth, so the same thing will probably happen. But looking really good. I was gonna carve gills on it, but I decided not to, because the way the weights got messed up and all that went. So but it'll look fine. It's gonna look great when we're finished, I think. But we're on the painting. Alright, so I took some tape and I put it on the side right there, just like that. And we got it on this side too, just like that. And that is going to be the only bit of wood grain that actually shows, because I really wanted the wood grain to show on this, but since all these big old weights are in the bottom, I didn't think about that. And it probably won't look very good. So I'm gonna just leave, it's gonna have a stripe right in the middle of just the wood grain, and I'm thinking, I know for a fact I'm gonna do black on the top and probably red, like a little, just like a flash of the red belly. I don't really know though. Y'all just watch. We'll do whatever comes to my mind, I guess. Starting with white. Man, that is a good feeling when you get to break out the brand new can of spray paint and it sprays so good. Because I've been having to spray with old ones and it's just like terrible, but it feels so good because that is so nice and just perfect compared to doing it those other ones. And guess what? I can't even tell that mess up ever even happened. Literally, I cannot tell at all. It was right there on that side. You can't really tell a difference on camera anyway, but you can see the bottom ones that didn't mess up better. But yeah, I'm gonna let this, I ain't even gonna let this dry. Let's just go on to black. Should I put a different color in between it? Yeah, gray. Now black. Okay, you can't really tell that gray was there. You gotta look kind of close, but it did something. You can kind of see it kind of fade. It helps it. I'm gonna let this dry before I peel that thing off because I don't want to mess up any paint. So I'm gonna set this in front of the fan. All right, the grand reveal. Let me turn off the fan. Let me just set y'all right here so I can do this. Y'all care to look up? There. You can't see this, but you'll get to see it. That is cool. Check that out. Look at it like that. That's neat right there. Let's do the other side. Now that is just cool right there. Look at that. Look at that beauty. That right there is gonna catch me a golly whopper. There's one thing I forgot to do, and it was make a line tie on the belt, or a hook hanger on the belly. I can fix it though. Hopefully, I'm gonna go ahead and do the clear coat so I can hold it. And then when I can do that, I'm gonna go back and poke a little hole with a hook where I want it. And then we're gonna take some wire and drill a little hole and put a hook hanger in there. But it looks really good. I'm gonna let this dry just a little longer. Alright, it's been a while. This paint is very good and dry. And I have made a completely new line tie and spinner hanger, I guess you'd call it, thing on the front. That one is way better than the one I had before. Here, I'll show you the difference. This was the one I had before, and it would have looked like that. So I really think that was a big improvement, because that looks like a witch nose, I guess. Something weird. But so we're putting on eyes. I have super glue right there where I want it, and we're gonna add the eyeball. It's a little big, but I like big. I don't know why, but I feel like baby fish have big eyes for their size. I feel like on a real fish this size, those eyes are pretty realistic size for the fish. Look at that. Beautiful. Alright, I gotta add all the hardware. No, you know what? We're clear coating it. Get out your Dollar Tree paintbrush. To the UV rays we go. I'm just gonna hold this out here until it gets hard enough to where it won't drip. Because right now I gotta keep turning it like this so it don't drip. But eventually, after probably 30 or 45 seconds, that'll be plenty good enough to where I can just clamp it down or hang it. I'll probably hang it by that thing somewhere. And just leave it for about 20 minutes. Check this out. I have this thing sitting over here in the sun, and the gnat, look right there at the eyeball. Look, can y'all see that little tiny gnat in that? A gnat flew into the clear coat and got clear coated into the lure. You can't, it's halfway sticking out, that's why it's on the eyeball. Stupid little thing. Alright, it is finished. And it is dark outside almost. It is almost nighttime, and I'm not going out to the creek to try this right now. But y'all know what it's gonna do. The spinner's gonna spin. So anyway, there it is. Thank y'all for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you on the next time. I say that wrong every time I say it. See you on the next time. See you on the next one.